ladies and gentlemen. My name is Addison Butcher, and today I'm interviewing Garcia. So I know that you interned this summer. Where did you intern at?
I interned in Michigan at the River Raisin National Battlefield Park.
Where is that located at? In Michigan?
Yeah, in Monroe, Michigan, right near the Ohio-Michigan border, but south of Detroit, about 30 or 40 miles.
So what all did you do during that internship?
So I worked a lot of time in the library over there, and I would read historical documents, primary documents about our tribal history and the details about each event.
Did you enjoy doing that, or did you have a favorite part while doing that?
So I usually do not like reading, but I love learning about tribal history, so that's why it was really cool to where I would read something and then I could ask my boss, Scott Bentley, who's like the director of that park, some more details about it. And it was great because I also lived with him, so I could go home, talk to him about it, have an hour-long discussion about everything. And then if I want to, I could go on a little field trip or whatever, excursion, I guess you could say. But I got to not only read the document and about the event, I could actually go see it also. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Okay. Did you get to go anywhere else? Like, did you take any trips or anything?
Yeah, so like what we did, one of my projects at the battlefield this summer was to do a YouTube project and talk about tribal history and try to, through YouTube videos, tell our story of our tribe. And so with that, I went to the Huron or Wyandotte Reserve and Cemetery in Amherstburg, Ontario, on the Canadian side. I went to Battle of Fallen Timbers, Fort Miamis, Fort Meigs, Upper Sandusky, Tarhe Monument, and those all were in Ohio. But on the Michigan side, we went to the current day Gibraltar and Wyandotte. And so Gibraltar, I got to learn, was the site of Brownstown, and then Wyandotte used to be Magwaga. And so those used to be villages over there, and there also used to be there was battles over there, and so it helped stop westward expansion.
Did you meet anyone important there, and if?
So I got to work alongside a lot of people, and so I got to have a mentorship and a lot of help from the Wyandotte Intern chief, Ted Roll. I also got to work alongside one of the other Wyandotte youth of Intern. Her name is Jillian Lowler. And so I got to work hand in hand with them. I got to learn some and teach some. And so it was pretty cool having that experience.
Is there something that stands out to you that Ted Roll taught you that?
Well, I mean, like one thing I thought was cool was that he gave me this bear claw necklace. But I thought it was like really cool, and it was, I don't want to say not learned, but it's that he taught me the simple signs of asking and receive, because I would ask him like, oh, do you know this question? And then he would call 5 people for a simple question. And so it was always cool. And like in my car, I had like this thick binder of a lot of documents and journal entries, and so it was pretty cool, like getting to learn alongside with him and see how many resources we have at this tribe.
What was the most memorial part of your internship?
I absolutely loved getting to see all the interns come up, because I usually get to work alongside the kids and also alongside the interns, so I missed that definitely this summer. But it was also really cool to have all the interns come up there, and I was able to teach you all. And I might not be a great teacher, but I definitely was aiming to not only have you guys hear something, but know that we came from that significant event. So.
Okay, so I also know that you're going to Haskell University.
Mm-hmm.
What year are you in for that?
I'll be a senior there this year.
So for future tribal members, maybe thinking about Haskell as a college in the future, what are some requirements for going into Haskell?
Requirements aren't too far, but be federally recognized, have a good standing with GPA and ACT, and you're set. And it's very affordable to where This is my student ambassador coming out because I guess you could say face of the school this year as Haskell Brave. But so you don't have any tuition there, so it's all just fees. And with that, as of right now, it's only $715 per semester. So it's a lot less expensive than most colleges you'll go to today. And you get the same college experience at this four-year degree program as you get with KU 2 miles down the road. And so what we don't have at Haskell, you can take at KU also. So I think it's a really good opportunity, not just for your education, but you also, like when I went there, I wanted to learn more about my tribe and other tribes. And so I thought it's a very good opportunity to go to for.
And where is that located at?
It's in Lawrence, Kansas, so west of Kansas City, about 40 minutes to an hour, near our Kansas City, Kansas,
yes.
Wyandotte.
So I heard you said that you're Haskell Brave this year. So what all do you do in that role?
So that's a question in myself. Also, I'm learning, but I'm going to be the face of the school, and so I have to be the smiling face that everyone has to see every day. But I'm just going to be a student rep basically, and be if the students have a voice on campus that they want to vocalize, I'll be there for them. I'm trying to listen to them and bring more activities and voice on campus.
What are some other activities that you do?
Within myself, I'm on the cross-country team, and they just now brought back track. And so I'm on the running program at Haskell. And so I do that. So I was like the president of the running club, president of H Club, which is like all of athletics into one. So I was president of that. I was a student ambassador these past 2 years. So whether it be a new student on campus or a group on campus, I would always volunteer my time to tour them around campus. And I thought that was pretty cool, getting to be someone's first impression of Haskell. So, yeah.
So with all these leadership roles you're taking on at Haskell, is there anything that you've learned from doing them? Anything you've specifically taken out from it?
Being a leader on campus, one thing I definitely learned is that it's better to break out of your shell. And so a little backstory was going into college. I went into it's called Down Under Sports, and then so you go to Australia and you represent the USA. It was fun, but with me, I'm super shy. And so I was like, I'm going to change that in college. And I did great in that. And I got to see myself transition, and people thinking that I'm the most outgoing person, but I know within myself it takes a lot for me. And so I get to see and encourage people to not only stay within themselves, but also branch out into other areas. And so it could be going into different activities and clubs and different friend groups and trying to talk to one new person each day. And so I've gotten to see that and encourage myself, speak and do what I say. So, yeah.
Do you have a favorite memory at your time at Haskell?
One of my favorite memories this past year would have been receiving conference champs in cross country. And so we usually ranked 5th and 4th in the previous years, and then we're all throughout the season we were ranked 1st, and then right up into cross country season, our conference meet we got ranked at 2nd. And so that was pretty cool. We came out on top and were able to go to nationals this year. So that was pretty fun. But my favorite overall memory throughout all my years has been hanging out with my team, I guess. And it would be weird. I know it might be weird saying this, but hanging out at the lunchroom and the cafeteria. So like any other mess hall, there's tables and booths, but the mess hall staff might not like us for it, but it's okay. I always make up for it because sometimes I'll help out clean up at the cafeteria. But we'll just make one long table, and that's just dubbed the cross-country table. And usually it's there for us during lunch, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And so we get to spend a lot of time, not out, we do spend a lot of time inside of practice, but we also do spend a lot of time outside of practice, hanging out with each other, having a laugh, and eating with each other. So, I mean, it's also food, so you can't go wrong with that.
Yeah. Do they have any other sports at Haskell for possibly other people maybe wanting to go there play sport?
And so we have cross country for men and women, women's volleyball. We have men and women's basketball, men's golf, and we have women's softball. And then now we recently had men's and women's track return.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Have there been any important people that maybe, or people you found very memorable that you have met while at Haskell?
So, most memorable person that would be noteworthy, I guess. Well, like, on a nationwide scale would be Billy Mills. So he was the first American, also Native American, to receive the 10,000 gold in the Olympics. And so he graduated from my school whenever it was a high school. Because it used to be a boarding school, then a high school, then a junior college, and now it's a current day university. And so he went there whenever it was a high school, and he went into the Olympics, and then he received the gold medal. And so I got to meet up with him a few times and hang out, talk one-on-one with him, got to drive him around Lawrence, Kansas a little bit. So I've had quite a few good memories of him. But also I think another good guy is my coach, Albert Gitt Jr., but he's always Hoka Hey, and that'll be a little joke if you ever know him. He's always yelling that around campus. But I would say he's probably one of my most fundamental people that helped me transition to college, because he's just like my dad. He can walk up to anybody, have a conversation. He'll walk back to you, and you're like, "Oh, you know them?" He's like, "I don't know them." So he's definitely one of my favorite people at Haskell.
I'd like to thank you for your time.
Thank you.
This is Addison signing off.